you with something?
Well, let's do this. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We have finally returned from the longest spring break ever.
Mine's not over yet.
It is. It is over. I have officially got an intern. Because, so the way Oregon's got its whole lockdown set up, the schools are shut down. And they're shut down until, like, next school year. Kind of shut down. So, since she's just, like, dancing through all the at-home stuff, we're gonna start working on the vocational side of schooling.
Nope, I can actually do this for robotics.
You can do...
No, seriously, I can get credits for doing this.
You'll get...
No, I can tell...
You'll get lifetime credit.
No, but I can
for the
tell,
stuff that I'm gonna teach you.
No, I can tell Chris that I am doing stuff that has to do with engineering, and I can get credits for it. I need credits to graduate.
Well, you're gonna start where everyone starts out. Ta-da!
Oh, shit.
Actually, we got all the bikes out. We got the shop clean.
Joke's on you, I've done this before.
We're gonna finish a job that I've been putting off for the last month and a half, or however long it's been now. We're gonna put the last 3 lights up. So I got one more on the forward half, and then we're gonna put just 2 on the rearward half. So the main focus of the light is right here, which is the main area where... Oh, a spider. Oh, where'd he go? Oh, there it is. Don't want to squish the spiders.
What? Spiders are good.
Spiders are friends.
Not spiders are friends. Every other spider can die.
Where was I?
Talking about lights?
Lights!
Thanks.
Something like that. I don't know. Yeah, so.
What's that?
So yeah, the main focus of the lights are, so we've got 3 on this, forward corner of the shop, and then we're gonna have, we have the center one right here, which is straight over the main working area. So whenever I've got a bike or a car or anything that I'm working, it's always sitting right here where you guys are standing.
No, it's called, when we first got the house, there was no lighting. There's barely any.
Well, yeah. They like to do that. I had 2 bare incandescent light bulbs in this entire space.
I didn't do anything. Yeah, it was very dark in here.
Well, and really a lot of people were like,
put your car in
they
here.
park in here, and then that's it. That's, and then they drive their car to the dealership to get their oil changed and all
for
that.
us, you don't trust the dealership. It doesn't come back in one piece.
No, it's freaking, I've been disappointed with I've taken 2 of my Subarus in to get warrant or recall work done, and I've gotten them both back in just
the worst,
just the shabbiest condition. Like they did the passenger airbag recall on the Outback, and then the whole dash is just like thrown together. Half the clips in it are broken. All the pieces are mismatched and unaligned. And when I changed over so I got rid of. So the Outback XTs, they come with this amalgamation of you have the automatic climate control and then the stock stereo, all one piece, which sucked. So I ended up getting a JDM dash that allows for a double DIN stereo, and then it's a 2-piece stereo and climate control, and I had to order that shit from Japan and have it shipped in. And
Worth it.
yeah, it was totally worth it because now I have like backup camera
Now we're
and
freaking together.
Bluetooth and all that stuff. But when I did that, you know, I actually took the time, and all of the panels were aligned, and it had all new clips, and I had foam backing. There was no vibrations or squeaks, or it was like perfect. And then I take it into the dealership to get fixed, and they get it back like, here, I just threw up all of your interior parts for you.
No, when you were first putting it in, didn't you have to like take it apart 3 times? Because you kept on forgetting to do something.
Well, it wasn't so much forgetting. It didn't have to take it apart that many times.
I know, but you like forgot to like connect something with it that you had to like take it apart.
I had to take it apart quite a few times, yeah, because half of it was like aligning everything, and then half of it was you know, because the dash wasn't intended for a North American car. You know, it kind of, or the center console piece wasn't intended for a North American car.
Meant for a car that was built in Asia?
Yeah, it was meant for that's what JDM. JDM stands for Japanese Domestic Market.
I know. Mm-hmm.
You have JDM, you have EDM,
Mm-hmm.
which is European Domestic Market,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have USDM, or NDM. Depends on who you're talking to. It could be U.S. domestic market or North American domestic market. Either way. Our Outback was built in Lafayette, Indiana. I think that's where the Subaru plant is. Unlike my BRZ, which got to have a boat ride to the States.
Wasn't it from Asia?
It was built. Yeah, they're actually built in Japan.
Yeah. Which is why most of them are on the steering wheel's on the other side.
No.
Or do they ride? Or do they
So Japan, the UK,
Mm-hmm.
Australia,
Mm-hmm.
and New Zealand,
Mm-hmm.
and
on the right side.
they all drive on the left side of that.
Okay, the left side. Ah.
There might be a couple other countries that
I think Korea is one of them.
I can't. No, I'm pretty sure Korea is a right side of the road.
All of the videos that I've seen were on the left side. I have seen.
I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I think Korea is a right side of the road kind of country.
I think it depends on where you are.
Oh, it doesn't change in the middle of the country.
Who's to say?
No.
They are.
Do you know what that would do?
You're otherworldly.
Do you know what that would do if you were like driving on the right hand side of the road in Oregon, and then Washington's like, oh, we're gonna drive on the left hand side of the road now? I mean, the interchanges, you'd have to have freaking crossover interchanges. It'd be like going from Europe to the United Kingdom.
I'm gonna go see.
Not to mention the fact that it like, you know, the side of the car you're sitting on also matters depending on what side of the road you're sitting. See, fun shop banter. Yeah,
On the
Mom.
right. They drive on the right.
See, I told you. I told you.
What? Hey, I looked it up.
That is it. So yeah, we're gonna do that, and yeah, we'll come back when we've got the lights up. So, we're done for the day. So, we're slowly getting back into doing stuff, getting projects done. I need to get that big beast sold. So yeah, trying to sell my Concord, but it's not exactly a seller's market at the moment, or a buyer's market really, or a going out and doing anything anywhere market. So it'd be nice to have the room. It'd be also nice to have a couple of dollars to apply to more projects. But yeah, it wasn't a completely unsuccessful day. We got I got a first aid kit mounted up on the front of the garage wall, and I got the last 3 lights up. So now I don't have those kicking around on the floor anymore. And yeah, my intern is starting to prove useful. Kind of.
What happened to this block? What happened to it?
So there's a few levels everyone starts at. If you start at the unpaid intern level, you're unpaid because the employer needs to have somebody babysitting you the entire time. So the amount of money that's being spent on the guy watching you the whole time is the reason that you're unpaid. From there, you get a little better, you develop more skills, you get more trust with your employer, and you move up into like paid intern. Paid interns, you don't have to have that constant over-the-shoulder supervision. They can take individual, items of a task. You can have item 1 of a task, go do that, and then they can come and watch. So they only have to like watch you, say 50% of the time. So you start to get some money then. And then you can move up into like apprentice level. Apprentice level, you can get a whole task at a time. Once you finish the task, then the person will come in and check your work. And then from there, you move up to a journeyman level. A journeyman level, you can actually go like an entire day of not having somebody looking over your shoulder supervising you. They'll occasionally pop in like a couple times a week and check to make sure everything's going good. And at that point, you develop that skill and you work for 20, 30, 40 years and you get up to the master level. And then you're the person that's babysitting that unpaid intern. And so,
wood in the floor. How the hell am I going to do anything with this wood in the floor?
you move it. You move, you sweep, you move stuff back, you sweep some more. That's just how it's done. And don't just sweep it onto the driveway, because then you'll have to sweep the whole driveway.
I have to let go.
A little tip here. Sweep it over to the vacuum and then vacuum it up.
Make myself more.
Alright guys. Hopefully I'll come back to you with a bigger and better project. The first one up on here is over there.
A shelf.
So, above the welding bench, up there where the 3D printer is sitting, we're going to continue that shelf all the way across to the side door. That's the next major. Right now, probably the entire rest of this month and into next month, we're going to be focusing heavily on shop infrastructure and organization. And then once that's taken care of and it's easy to move around and find things and quickly get what we need, like all of the organization stuff, the bins and totes and boxes and everything's labeled and set up the way it should be, then we can start actually digging in heavy into some good hardcore projects.
That is where I will make big.
Yeah.
Sorting things.
Sorting. I have about 40 coffee cans under the benches here, just full of nuts and bolts. Because, every good maker needs to have 100 coffee cans full of nuts and bolts. But yeah, hopefully I'll get the Concours sold, and then we're going to get a parts car for the turbo.
Yay, so I can drive.
I'm probably going to try and find a first generation Impreza. And we're going to use that for the donor car. And then we're going to do a complete swap. Everything from bumper to bumper, tires to headliner. and we're going to swap over the wiring, as much of the mechanicals as we can. We're going to put the EJ engine in it and the all-wheel drive transmission, and update the suspension and coilovers and all that stuff, and hopefully turn a 1984 car into
Early 2000s.
Yeah, late 90s, early 2000s. You have better electricals, better mechanical, and just the simplicity of finding parts. Because right now, finding any parts for that 1984 are almost non-existent. Now, if I convert it over to like a 95 Impreza, that's EJ territory. And Subaru made the EJ engine for 30 plus years. And you can find anything and everything, especially in the aftermarket. So we're talking about WRXs, and WRXs
My
are
dream car.
all about the aftermarket.
My dream car.
Anyways, I've rambled on too much. We're going to call it a day, put all the bikes back in the shop, and then we'll hit it again in the morning. Until then, we'll see you later. Stay safe. Have fun. Peace.